Would you rather join the Avengers or join the
Avengers.
Justice League? Okay.
Marvel. I'm Marvel all the way. So yeah.
Okay.
I'm not a big DC person. I'm just not. I feel to me their main two characters are Batman and Superman, and they just rehash those movies over and over and over. And I'm just gonna say on the record right now, did you guys see the new Batman?
Not
Yes. And I did see your Instagram stories, but please go ahead.
That movie was awful. Holy hell! That movie was so terrible. Like it just kept dragging on and dragging on. People want to talk about Metallica. It was like the same
Oh my God.
of Metallica records. Metallica is my favorite band.
Uh-huh.
Listen to that record, you're like, okay, they could have cut out this part in the song. They could have cut out that the production could have been better, whatever. That Batman movie is the same anger. And why? Right when every time you think it was gonna end, you're like, oh, okay, that's cool. Again, it just kept going and going.
What is it, like 3 hours or something insane?
Yeah.
And literally
it's
halfway
yeah.
through, I looked at Nita. Nita looked at me. She fell asleep. One of their whole band and crew. We went to the movie. What a waste of time. But she was like, "You're not gonna believe this." I was like, "What?" She's like, "There's still an hour and a half left." I was like, "What? No way!"
But
3
on the
hours
upside,
long.
she did get to take a nap, and I approve of that because naps are wonderful. So,
Well,
you know,
guess what? Majority of our band and crew took naps during that movie.
Good
So
call.
and I
Good way
mean,
to spend
if
now.
Batman loves Nirvana, that's something I learned very much. He's a big Nirvana
something
fan.
in the way. Yep.
Yeah, I liked Andy Serkis. I'm a fan of his from everything. I
Oh.
just think he's so cool.
Yeah.
But I hate to say it, not my Batman. I'm Michael Keaton all day. That's my dude.
Now we're
So,
talking. You know
yeah.
what's up. And
Yeah.
I will say I did like the portrayal of the penguin in this. I will say that was
Yes.
the coolest, like little
Oh,
twist.
Who plays
thing
that
on-
again?
Colin
Colin Farrell.
Farrell. And that makeup application or the special effects was spectacular. So that's the takeaway. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is pretty brilliant. All right. Miss Danica, you want to read the
All
second
right.
one?
Okay.
No
Would
more
you
Batman questions. don't worry,
rather- Yes.
Unless it's about the first two, and then we're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Would you rather take a punch from Mike Tyson or take a kick from Conor McGregor?
Take a kick from Conor McGregor. Absolutely.
Really? Ooh,
Yeah.
what sounds
Mike
like the
Tyson
worst thing I
just-
can imagine?
That's one of the things that I do when, like, if I'm working on something or just put stuff in the background. YouTube, Mike Tyson knockouts, and just I have it in the background, and you can just see when he hits somebody, like their soul just leaves their body. You know what I mean? It's like boom, like whoa, 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 and like you have lost the will to live at that point. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean,
that
can you
guy
blame
was
them?
brutal, man. Very
Yeah.
brutal. If you ever get bored, look up Mike Tyson workouts. His training videos, the way he hits a heavy bag, it's frightening. Frightening. So
And still, like, that's the scariest thing.
oh yeah.
Still.
I've met him a few times, and you can tell he's like a walking pit bull. You know what I mean? Like at any moment, you're like, man, it's very nice and very cool, but at any moment, you know, he can like flip the switch. So that's the part that you know he still has it.
Okay.
Well, I gotta
All right.
say, yeah, I'm not afraid of Conor McGregor because my husband gets mistaken for him a lot, and I'm like, no, that guy's fine.
Conor McGregor. Love him. All right, here's the next one. Would you rather play the first rock concert on the moon or play the first rock concert under the sea?
I will tell you on the moon, and I don't know why. I just don't like being in water. Yeah.
You're not an ocean guy?
Mm.
Me neither. I'm not, because my brain, when I
Jaws?
think about the ocean, no, it's not even Jaws. I'm just thinking about people that are in it, not just people, bodies, and just
I mean-
animals that are in the water. And
There's
I
a lot of death
can't,
in there.
I can't get past it. And
Yeah.
I tried. I can't do it.
I don't know why. And we went to the coral, what is it in Australia, the Great Barrier Reef, right?
Yes,
yeah.
that's the one.
So we went there, and I was like, okay, let's go down here. I thought I could do some scuba diving or some scuba diving. Man, I did not like having I felt like I was like somebody was suffocating me. and I could not do it. And I don't know where that came from. It just, for some reason, I just don't like being in water like that. It just, ugh. But whatever. But yeah, on the moon.
On the moon it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like it. All right. Next one is: would you rather do the soundtrack for every Nick Cage movie, or do the soundtrack for every Gary Busey movie?
I would have to say probably Nicolas Cage because he's weird, strange, and I know more of what movies he's done. Gary Busey, I don't really know much he's done. I know he was in Black Sheep.
Buddy Holly's story, I think, was the big one.
Yeah. I don't know many Gary Busey movies. He's a strange guy. I know that much. But Nicolas Cage, he likes dark and ominous, so I would probably want to do the soundtrack for those.
Do you have a favorite Nick Cage movie?
Ooh. What would it be? Definitely not Ghost Rider.
Okay. Fair.
Name me a couple. Let me jog.
Okay, so my favorite that he filmed back to back was From Face Off right into Con Air, which are both phenomenal, fantastic.
Okay.
Excellent.
Yeah. Face Off.
Face Off. It's good. I mean, come on.
This is the second Nick Cage conversation I've had today, by the way. But because have you seen this new trailer for his new movie? It's like Nick Cage as Nick Cage.
Yes, I saw it somewhere. I think I saw it.
Oh my God.
Is it bad?
Watch it. It's going to be the greatest thing you can imagine.
I think it came on before Batman, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh.
Have you ever seen his tomb? You know, he's like super into everything New Orleans, right? So he bought a place down here that was like haunted.
Oh shit.
And he like collects like really weird relics that like supposedly like cursed him and all this stuff. But he has this gigantic tomb here in New Orleans at a cemetery here, and it's a big pyramid. It's like tall and huge, and Nicolas Cage. So that's where he's going to be buried.
Wow.
Yeah. Yes, of course he is.
Yeah,
of course.
Pretty crazy. Look that up.
Yep, certainly
cool.
will. But I'm still a big fan of his. I think he's fantastic. He's waiting to get the Declaration of Independence. Fair enough. Okay, here's the next one. Okay, would you rather have to listen to "Don't Fear the Reaper" for 24 hours straight? So this is like
back to back.
Yeah, or listen to "When the Levee Breaks" for 24 hours straight.
Probably "Don't Fear the Reaper." You know. Yeah, probably "Don't Fear the Reaper."
It's a good drum line. You can get into with the cowbell. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot that you can listen to every time.
There's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of exactly. That's what I said. There's a lot of different things that you can play off of in your head.
Yeah, Levy is kind of, it just keeps, it's the same.
Straightforward.
Yeah. Love it, but once.
It's great once.
Once.
Yep.
Once.
Yeah.
All right, Danica.
All right. Would you rather only play an electric drum set or have to play a different drum set every time you play?
Ooh. That's kind of like the weird things. Like I had to we just did Shiprocked, and my drum set is very like, for most drummers, it's very weird. It's very wide because I play very like animated, gorilla style. And then also my kick drum, and I have one instead of two, but most people have it on the right side. Mine's on the left side. So it's a very different setup. So on this Shiprock thing, I had to use the kit that they had, and it was very awkward. And I don't like using new kits all the time because it's just, I've seen parts of it. I'm not a Will Ferrell fan, believe it or not. But Step Brothers with the drum set thing, like, did you move my drum set? Did you move? Like, that's how most drummers are, especially me. And it's to do that every night would just drive me insane. So an electronic drum kit, Roland, sounds good and plays the same way every night, I will do that.
It's electric.
Yes.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. We got a couple more. I think we have 1, 2, 3 more. Okay. Would you rather own a drum set that belonged to Neil Peart or own a drum set that belonged to John Bonham?
Probably John Bonham because I like his swagger and his style of playing. Obviously, Neil Peart's great, but I resonate more with that style because that style of drumming also is very that sluggish style is very noticeable in the New Orleans music scene style. So that to me would be like maybe I can get some of that juju into my playing.
Very cool.
All right. 2 more. Go ahead, Danica.
Oh, me. Oh, boy. Let's see. Oh, gosh. I have to wear full Macho Man attire when performing, or have to wear Vader's Mastodon helmet when performing.
Shit. Can I just do both?
I mean, yeah.
I mean, for Halloween a couple years ago, I dressed up as Macho Man and Nita dressed up as Miss Elizabeth. And I stayed in character because I could do a pretty cool Macho Man. You know, I would do that and I would stay in character talking to people in Universal Studios Horror Nights. Yes.
That was a very good Macho Man.
I do that with certain friends of mine in the music industry. We have this rustic fascination. I do Macho Man. And I was in full, like, I had the beard, the spray tan, like, the hair, the bandana. It was spot on. And I even had the Intercontinental belt.
As you should.
But that Vader mask is awesome.
I feel like that would be a little suffocating. I think I would have like claustrophobia.
From here.
Hey, you know what? If I play a show this Halloween somewhere and I'll probably do a Macho Man.
You should.
I would bring that out again.
And you use Slim Jims instead of drumsticks.
There you go. It's a good idea, actually.
It's
if
all
it
yours.
falls on Halloween, you can hold me to that.
Okay, done. All right, this is recording. So.
Also, just so you know, this is how usually serious I am about this stuff. I do search like eBay often, and I always am looking for like those cool Macho Man like jackets and the hats and stuff like that. So I'm like, because I want to be like head to toe legit.
Yeah.
With costumes.
So where is the best place to look if you're looking for like authentic stuff? Is eBay the place to go?
Probably eBay. You know, but sometimes it's just priced so ridiculous. It's just sits there forever. But yeah, I'm always looking for stuff like that.
Okay, well. All right. We have one final one. This is the end of Would You Rather. Would you rather perform with the first band you ever saw live, or perform with the first band whose album you ever purchased?
Metallica. Number 1, perform with the first band you ever saw live. Absolutely.
Wait, so the first band you ever saw live was Metallica?
Yep.
That's not fair.
Metallica, Guns N' Roses, and Faith No More.
Yeah, that's how like
Metallica was on tour on the Black Album, and Guns N' Roses was on Use Your Illusions 1 and 2.
Yeah, mine was Hanson. Like,
Ooh.
I think Metallica is like infinitely cooler.
That's what's funny. When I was growing up, right? Like, I was listening to metal at a really young age. So I was going to all shows 9, 10, 11, 12, my whole life. The kids are like hanging out and like, yo, what did you do this weekend? We had a pizza party. And I was like, I saw Pantera, Pantera and White Zombie. I don't know what you did, but that's what I did, And
I just wish I had been that cool that young.
Yeah, but your brother was like, he took you to Ozfest pretty young.
How but I was
like
14.
11? Oh, 14. Yeah, I mean cool. That is cool. Yeah, Danica and I used to work for Radio Disney, so we used to do like the Radio Disney concerts, and that's kind of like how we got to meet all the cool, like
super cool.
Yeah, so awesome. I bet you Metallica was not at any of the Radio Disney shows, unfortunately, but I'm sure that there's versions.
For their sake, they weren't.
Yeah.